So yes, today we will be discussing around this nice feature that we will be delivering by the end of this year. It's not something that it's works in progress, but I think we should. It's good, you know. It's really nice to be able to this before it goes out. It's all about test creation from design. Let's discuss a little bit more about what it is. So we saw that nearly all of the organizations involved in web developments are doing mockups before they start developing. Some of them are using very high fidelity mockups, for example, using Figma as tools. Some others are doing more rough mockups. And some even they are making, you know, pictures of a paper, handwritten design, I would say, or taking a picture of a whiteboard and then using this as a basis. So what we've done in this capability, we've allowed users to inject image into the system, whether they are high fidelity mockups or whether they are even handwritten design, whatever. You can inject those into our tool, and we will analyze these pictures and find out a model of these, right? So it's an AI-powered engine that is basically operating in the background. Generally speaking, it's something that is, again, trying to mimic what does the human eyes and the human brain in their object recognitions of what is a button or what is a text and something like this. So it's a neural network which is associated with a fast OCR engine and operates in the background. We have trained this model on object recognition controls and recognition within user interfaces. So lots of screens have been scanned and analyzed so that we are trying to identify a button as a button, a drop-down as a drop-down, and exactly the same way than the human brain and the human eye would do indeed, right? So we scan images, whatever it is, and so we get a model from this, and this model can be used to generate a test. That's what I am going to quickly show you as a demo. And I will explain you so what this test that has been made on the design, how we can migrate it to the real application when the real application is actually existing, right? So we are pushing the testing activity up to the left, right? Maximizing the shift left testing. You can start creating your test even before the application exists, because we're taking just mockups to start with, right? So yeah, let's switch to the demo. So this happens in the application configuration of HCL One Test UI component. Let me switch this off for now. And so what I can do here is create a new web application. For example, it would be something like something.com. I don't know, something like this. All right. And if I switch to the design tab here, I can upload some screenshots wherever they are. For example, I have this login page and I can add this into the system. So what I just did is input a screenshot into the system for my application. And here is the design editor. And you can see that in this screen, that has been identified as an input text, and this has been identified as a button and all that sort of things, right? And so what I've done, I've used this on my application. If I go back to this switch editor, I have added two others screens, because this is the login page. Once I log in into the system, I arrive on this landing page, which is supposed to give me the list of projects that I have access to. And I will click on that new project button, and that new project button will give me the third screen, which is a sort of wizard allowing me to create a new project from there. So, okay, here is my design. I think I have enough things here to generate a test from there. So that's what I'm going to do now. I switch to here, say that I want to record a test, call it my test, my T. So generally speaking, with HCL1 test, I can create a test by recording lots of different clients, browsers, applications, sub GUI, whatever. So I'll choose here to record against an application design. So I'll select this one and click on finish. And then I am brought back to this virtual client screen. And here I can say I want first to click into the username, enter my user ID. I want to click on the password here, provide my password here, and I want to click on the login button. And then that will take me to this screenshot where I simply want to click on that new project button. And that new project button would take me to this wizard where I could click in the name, provide a name for that new project that I want to create, and ask for the creation of my project. And then I believe I'm done with this test, right? So I'll stop recording and go back to the tool, generate my test from here, and ask for my test, please. I'm here. So what I am seeing here is basically the same steps than the one I've done. So what you can see here is when you click on these different steps that are composing the test, they relate to the design, right? I have to change little, tweak these quickly like this, input field, and I also have to click on the label here, select the label. All right, and so this is a test which has been recorded against the design, right? So now I have to imagine that the development has started and the application is now available. So maybe I can simply run this test. And when I run this test, I will ask the execution engine to, this checkbox, collect data to update the test steps, meaning that in case it doesn't find the real control that it should find, it will look around, see any other candidates, good candidates, to apply the same actions, and it would be chosen, right? So as you can see here, Chrome is launched, it connects to my application. So I'm not touching the browser here, the test execution is doing that work. So it should log me inside, provide the password. Now it should click on login button. Here is my landing page, ask for a new project, and click on the project 5, and I'm done. Creation happened, the test is finished now. So that was cool, right? Because it was executed against the real application. So now when my test is over, which is the case now, I can have a look at the report first, So here are the steps, they are all look green. You have details here with the screenshot that was here. But when you, for example, look at this one, click on button whose content was login, it says the object was not found. The action has been performed of the most appropriate element, which with this button, right? It sounds good to me, right? So I can go back to this test, and which is still recorded against the design, but I can say, show me the differences. And orange pieces are the one that, the system said, this button, I didn't find this button, but I found this one, which sounds good. And I say, yes, please update, right? And as you can see now, the screenshot from the real application has been placed in my test. And so what I can do now is simply update all the test steps, right? Because they are all okay. I'm all okay with the modifications. And now I am having my test against my real application. As you can see, all the screenshots here have been migrated. So this is the overall story. You know, I have been creating a test from the wireframe, from the mockups, very early in the development cycles. And then I've been recording a test scenario, associating those mockups together. And then this test has been placed into HTML1 test UI. I run this test from there, and I've been able to update this test with the real application. So now it's become usable directly.